Manga-Waido.
I'm Miyuki Ono. This is Chie Fujisaki. She's my best friend. Our houses are near each other, and we've always played together since we were little. Chie's grandparents live with her, so it was a two-family home. Chie, that's such a cute outfit. Where are you going? We're going to a department store to buy her book. I'm so jealous of your sweet grandma and grandpa. Your mom's not with you? She's busy with her part-time job, so... I see. Bye, Miyuki. Yeah, bye, Chie. My grandma and grandpa live far away, and I don't see them often, so I envy Chie, who lives with her kind grandparents. But then, a sudden misfortune happened to Chie. It was the winter of the 6th grade. What? Oh no! What's wrong, Mom? Chie got into an accident. What? The car Chie's mother was driving slid and hit a pole. Chie and her mother, who were both in the car, were badly injured, but they survived. But... Miyuki, did you come to visit? Yeah, Chie. Look, I lost my arm. Chie's arm was diagnosed as a non-regenerative and had to be amputated due to the injury sustained in the accident. I couldn't say anything. I just hugged Chie and cried. Chie was then safely discharged from the hospital. After a while, Chie was fitted with a prosthetic arm, but she often looked at it with disdain, as if she was frustrated by the fact that she could not move her arm. Even after entering junior high school and the summer came, Chie kept on wearing long sleeves. I think she didn't want people to make fun of her prosthetic arm. I was worried about Chie sitting alone, so I often went to her class to talk to her. Look, Chie! This actor is so handsome! I thought Chie would like him, so I brought a photo. Wow, he's really good looking. It's for you, Chie. Chie laughs cheerfully. You sure? Thanks. But I know that smile isn't real. How can Chie laugh from the bottom of her heart? One day, when I was troubled, that day I was walking down the street after club activities when it started to get dark. Huh? Chie? I looked at the bench in the park and saw Chie sitting alone. Chie was not in club activities, so she would have left a few hours ago. Chie, have you been here all this time? Let's go home. It's getting late. Miyuki, it's okay. Go home. I'll stay here. What's wrong? Your mom and dad will be worried. Dad's not here, so he won't worry. Oh, right. Chie's dad is in Australia working. But you know, your mom and grandparents are worried. It's fine. Leave me alone. Nobody cares about me. Chie, I should just disappear. Chie? What happened? Chie told me about what happened at school. Chie's classmates were being mean to her about her arm. They told me I was disgusting and that I shouldn't have come to school. What? That's terrible. They even pushed me and put their feet on me just because I don't have arms. I'm tired of this. I just want to disappear. Don't say that. I'm glad you're here, and I'm sure your family is glad you're alive. Miyuki, I'm sorry I didn't realize. I'll be with Chie from now on. I'll beat up anyone who says mean things about you. I would hate it if Chie didn't live. I'll do anything for Chie. So please, don't say that again. After clenching my fists while crying, Chie's eyes widened in surprise, and then she giggled softly. It's not like Miyuki to hit people, but thanks. I'm glad. After that, I went directly to my homeroom teacher and asked her to put me in the same class as Chie. Even though we were in neighboring classes, we were far apart, which is why this happened. The homeroom teacher listened to my appeal and...
I can't do it right now, but next year, I'll take it into consideration. Chie-san will be protected by the teachers.
He told me that. Those who were mean to Chie were called in by the teacher and scolded severely. After that, no one was mean to Chie, and she gradually began to smile more and more. As promised, the following year I was placed in the same class as Chie, and we were able to be together all the time. In high school and college, I chose the same place as Chie. Chie was reserved, saying, "You didn't have to come along with me." But I pushed through, saying, "I just chose the college I wanted to go to, and Chie happened to choose it too." Actually, all the schools Chie chose were much higher than my academic ability, and I had to study hard to get into them. But thanks to Chie, I was able to get into a good university, and I'm grateful to her. After that, we graduated from university without incident and started working after. By the time Chie had become accustomed to her prosthetic arm and was able to move normally, she was also blessed with an understanding company, bosses, and coworkers. And Miyuki, my boyfriend, proposed to me. Chie told me this in the spring of her 3rd year at work. Proposal! Chie, are you getting married? Yeah. Wow! Congratulations! Chie will make a great wife for sure. Thanks. Hey, Miyuki, you'll come to the wedding, right? Yeah, of course! I'll celebrate more than anyone else. I'll take a lot of pictures. Thanks, Miyuki. Thank you so much. What's wrong? You sound so serious. I'm really grateful to you, Miyuki. I lost my arm. I thought my life didn't matter anymore. But Miyuki helped me to get back on my feet. Oh no, I'm the one who wants to thank you. I just wanted Chie to smile from the bottom of my heart. It was Miyuki's kindness that saved me. Thank you so much. About a year later, on the day of Chie's wedding, the groom was a very kind man and looked at Chie lovingly. I thought, this man will make Chie happy. But at the end of the reception, something unexpected happened. Now, a letter of thanks from the bride to her father and mother. The hall darkened and a spotlight shone on Chie and the groom. Chie looked forward with a sharp look on her face. Her face was frightening. The words that echoed through the hall were unbelievable. As you all know, I am missing one arm. My arm was lost in an accident with the car my mother was driving. What? Chie, did you always resent your mother? Did you always think that it was your mother's fault that you lost your arm? Everyone looked at Chie's mother at once, but Chie grinned and said, So many people said it was my mother's fault, but that is not true. It is true that I lost my arm in the accident, but it wasn't her fault. I have never held a grudge or hated my mother. In Chie's eyes, all I saw was her mother. Mom, you always blamed yourself, didn't you? You still do, don't you? But don't you do that anymore. I'm not angry. I do not resent you. I am proud of you for raising me this well. But I was desperate because I lost my arm. I'm so grateful to my mother for cheering me up. I couldn't hold back my tears either. That's right. Chie would never have hated her mother. After losing her arm, Chie's grandfather and grandmother stopped taking her around like before. I never saw them talk to her or see her at all. But her mother was different. She was always with him and talked to Chie. Even when Chie was dark and downcast, her mother was always trying her best to talk to her cheerfully. She wants to express that gratitude here and now. That's what I thought. But I was wrong, because Chie had dropped a terrible bomb. On the day of the accident, I was lying at home with a high fever, but neither my grandfather nor grandmother took me to the hospital. All eyes in the hall turned at once to Chie's grandfather and grandmother. The two were dismayed, as if to say, What are you talking about? When my mother came home after her part-time job, she saw me collapse and immediately drove me to the hospital. Behind me, my grandparents said, Get on with cooking dinner. Leave her alone. But my mother carried me to the hospital. If only my grandparents had carried me to the hospital sooner. Or if my grandparents had not worked with my mother until she became unsteady. The accident could have been prevented. I already know what Chie wants to say and do when it comes to this point. The original culprits are those two, aren't they? Mom, you don't have to put up with them anymore. Even when Grandpa and the others were mean to you, you always put up with it to support me, didn't you? But now it's okay. He's asking me to move in with him. Let's get rid of that house and live with us. Let's be happy. I'll protect you, Mom. I'll protect you this time because you protected me so much. Please, let me be a good daughter to you from now on. I love you, Mom. The groom took over for Chie, who broke down in tears.
I heard about the hardships from Chie. Please, come and live with us. I welcome you.
He said that, and that was the end. The MC tried her best to bring the party to a close on a cheerful note, but the guests' eyes were on Chie's grandparents the whole time. And there was this indescribable atmosphere. I heard later that Chie's mother was always picked on about her daughter-in-law.
We're taking a parentless high school graduate daughter in marriage? It's only natural that she should serve the family.
A woman's grandchild is no heir. She can't even give birth to a boy. She was cursed at. Chie herself was initially treated like an accessory by her grandparents, but after losing her arm...
It's unpleasant to be in the same house with a disabled person.
She says that she was treated badly. I'm sorry. I know I surprised you. You didn't expect me to say that, did you? Yeah, I was surprised. But Chie, you were so cool. You're saying you'd protect your mom was super cool. Thanks. I'm so glad to be praised by you, Miyuki. After that, Chie started living with her mother in a new home. There was a lot going on for a few months, but in the end, her mother came to live with Chie's father. Chie's father cried and apologized, saying that even though he was away on a business trip, he was really sorry for not noticing. Chie's grandparents disappeared because they couldn't stay in their hometown anymore after the rumors about their daughter-in-law started to spread. A neighbor who likes to gossip told me that their relatives also disapproved of them. And I heard that they're living in a cheap apartment with a small pension. Chie's father snapped and said, "Pay Emmy and Chie the money from the sale of the house and alimony. If you don't, I'll cut you off." This seemed to have worked. Chie has since had a child and is very happy. Miyuki, look! Chika can stand now. That's great! Chika's getting cuter and cuter! Yeah, I wasn't sure if I would be able to take care of my child with my prosthetic hand. But thanks to him and my mom's support, we're doing great. My father also comes and takes care of her when he's off work. I see! I'm glad to hear that you're happy. That's a relief. Thanks. Thanks to Miyuki for telling me to live at the time. Thank you so much. Miyuki, please continue to be a good friend to me. Of course, we'll always be friends, even when we become grandmas. It's a promise. May I continue to see Chie smile. Chie, we'll always be best friends.